Hey guys, Pedro here to do an album review. Today I'm here to talk to you guys about the brand new record from Candlemass, The Door to Doom, out February 22nd on Napalm Records. This album has 8 tracks and it's 48 minutes in length. Now, the moment this album got announced, I got really excited about the prospects of this record. You have Johan Lundqvist on vocals, you have a guest appearance from Tony Iommi in one of the tracks. I mean, there's a lot of things going for this record. The moment it was announced, the excitement level was at an all-time high. Now, a minute later, the question was, is it going to live up to the hype? Is this album going to be able to deliver at the level that we're used to from a band like Candlemass? Is it going to really live up to the expectations of the fans? I was thinking of myself, is it really going to live up to my expectation? Then I started thinking more and more about it, and I figured that the best way to go into this record was to strip all of that away, listen to the album, and let the chips fall where they may. I didn't want to have any preconceived ideas of what the guitar sound was going to be like, of what Tony Iommi was going to add to that track, of how Johan's vocals were going to be. I tried to stay away from those thoughts going in and just let really the music speak to me and see where I was going to go with it. And that is exactly the approach that I took. Now, going back a little bit further, when you think of Candlemass, you think of doom metal. And this album to me really re-emphasizes that. It's a through and through pure classic doom metal album, and for the fans of the genre, and I'm not talking about the variations within the genre of doom metal, I'm talking about for the purists. For the purists, this album is a must pick up because it is doom metal in its purest form. Now, when you add things like Johan's vocals to this record, you really add a different dimension. He's really able to do things that are not at everybody's reach. I really like what he does with his voice. I really like how he delivers the vocal tracks, because at the same time, he is able to give darkness, despair, pain, suffering, and at the same in the same compass, hope within that delivery. He really is able to change his tone ever so slightly within either the same song or from song to song to really emphasize the delivery that the lyrics call for, to really bring the song and the lyrics together and bring them to life to the listener. So his vocal performance on this record, the best way to describe it is haunting. His voice is absolutely haunting, is memorizing, is heavy, is dark, and yet it adds a lot of atmosphere to the record. This record has a little bit of atmosphere to it, has a little bit of that aroma to it, and I truly believe it comes from his vocal delivery and how he delivers those lyrics in each specific track, bringing the track to the forefront, enhancing the flavor that that specific track has. So one of the key elements to me on this record is definitely his vocal performance. The other key element for me is the guitar work on the record. I really like the sound of the guitars. Either the riffs, the solos, they're methodic, they're slow, they're heavy, they're powerful, they're bigger, larger than life. That's how the guitar sounds on this specific record. I really like that. It really gives a whole new meaning to the word doom. It just adds a dynamic to the songs where you have songs that start almost in an acoustic style, very methodic, very slow, and then they pick up in speed. But they don't pick up in speed as the riff gets faster. The song feels like it's getting faster while still chugging along, while still heavy, while still methodic, while still slow. It gives you, the sound of the guitar gives you the impression of speed, but the sound is just fooling you because the song is still in that same methodic, dark, embrace pace that it has. I really like what they did with the guitars. This album, from a guitarist perspective, is flawless from song 1 to song 8. How the songs sound, how they incorporated acoustic with the electric side of things, how the solos add beauty, pain, and despair to the tracks depending on what the lyrics and the mood of the track gives the listener. The solo comes in at the right time to just add to that. Beautiful solos, very methodic, very clean, but at the same time dark and beautiful. I really like the overall work. To me, these are two key components, the vocals from Johan and the overall guitar work on this record. These two things to me are the absolute highlights of this Candlemass record. Obviously, it helps to have Tony Iommi as a guest guitarist on one of the tracks. I almost wish that he was used perhaps on another one. He really adds a different dimension. He really adds a sense of darkness, a sense of unspoken evil, if you will, to the way he plays guitar and to the way he makes the guitar sound on any specific track. Having him on this record to me was a blessing. I really enjoyed the fact that he was guested on one of the tracks. It really added a different aroma, it added a different flavor. But overall, I felt that perhaps one more track would have been just the icing on the cake, because he adds such a different level. He just brings a complete new dimension to any song that he's playing in. As far as songs to talk about, I want to stay away from the singles, which includes the one that Tony Iommi is featured in. So I want to stay away from the singles because you guys already heard the singles. I want to talk to you guys about some tracks that are not out yet. First one that I want to talk about is Bridge of the Blind. I really like this. This is as close as you're going to get to a Doom ballad. Really stripped down. The guitar melody is absolutely magnificent, but the song is very stripped down. It has an acoustic effect to it. It reflects a lot of darkness, and that darkness is reflected not only from the music sense, for the feeling that it gives to the listener when you're listening to it, but also from the lyrics and from the vocal performance. To me, these elements really work well together in order to give the song this atmosphere of dark embrace. I love it. I love it because, like I said, it's the closest you're going to get to a Doom ballad. It's so stripped down. It's so haunting. It's an absolutely beautiful track. To me, my favorite, absolutely favorite track on the album because of the feelings that it brings out in the listener. Absolutely incredible. The guitar solo is perfect. It's like tears running down your face. That's how the guitar solo feels and sounds like on this track. Perfect placement on the track, perfect sound, perfect addition to a song that had so much pain, had so much despair in it. The solo just added to that. The solo just added a whole new level. You could almost feel the pain trickling through every single note during that solo. Absolutely love this song. My absolute favorite on the record. Another one that I want to mention to you guys is Black Trinity. This is more of a rock riff based song. It still has the Candlemass DNA to it. It's still a very dirty, heavy, slow Doom song with, I would say, a rock edge to it. This perhaps is the best definition of this song. The vocals are perfect as well because they really balance well with the music, with the style. So the two are perfect pairing. Midway through the song, you get a killer, absolutely killer riff with a bass line that really gives a different sense to the song. It gives almost an industrial vibe to the song. It gives the song a whole new different direction, but then it comes back to where it's all started, and this is a really different it's a song that's very different from all the other songs on the record because of all these different components, because of this almost industrial style guitar riff that's in the middle there with a killer bass line, the way the vocals really incorporate well with the music, the little bit of a rock edge that this song has. There's a lot of elements to this song that really make it unique within this record. It's a really different track from all other 7 tracks on the record. A real special track, if you will. Last but not least, Under the Ocean, a song that's built, this is a song to me that's built of 2 different momentums. You have a very slow, dark, melodic, acoustic start to the song, and then it becomes heavy, it becomes darker with a heavy, and I don't mean just heavy from the sound being heavy, I mean heavy from how slow, how it feels like it's just dragging its feet through the song, how slow that riff is, and then the aggression, a little bit more of aggression into the vocals. So you really have these 2 momentums to start off the song. Then they repeat themselves. So this is a song that really repeats itself in terms of the 2 momentums that it has. A more acoustic, melodic, dark, to a more heavy, methodic, Doom approach to the song. I really like that. The vocals on this track is absolutely magnificent, and they really change, and not necessarily the style, but the tone of the vocals changes based on which side of those 2 momentums they fall under. Because you really have 2 very distinct styles within the same track, 2 very distinct momentums within the same track. It is really cool and very important for the song to really be able to work, for the vocal tone to slightly change to meet the demands of the style of the song in each of those 2 momentums. And they do that. Johan does that with his voice perfectly. It really adds a different sense to the song. It adds a different cloud to the song. It really brings the song to life because you really feel like you're divided between these 2 worlds of light and darkness. A light and hope and darkness and despair. You really feel throughout this song that you're counterbalancing these 2 momentums, these 2 polar opposites, and you're kind of divided into the middle. And his voice is pretty much your guide between those 2 complete different opposite points of the song. And that to me is what makes this song special, and that's what makes this song work. Alright guys, this is Candlemass, The Door to Doom. This is definitely the door to doom because the door to doom is reopened with this album from Candlemass. And for the fans, for the purists of the genre, this is a must pick up because this is really doom metal almost in its purest form. I really enjoyed this record. I really believe that the fans of Candlemass are going to be extremely happy with this record. But anyways, enough from me. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think of the band? What do you think of the album? What do you think of the singles? What are your expectations? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be reading those and getting back to you. Take care, guys.